Let's take a listen at this video from Dan Wotton talking about Meghan and Harry no longer intimate. Take a listen first and then I'll add some comments.
Breaking today, Meghan Markle has put shocking new claims about her marriage to Prince Harry to one side to go out in Los Angeles with her influencer buddy Emma Grede. Oh God, this dinner was totally cringe, actually. I mean, People magazine reported on it breathlessly. Meghan Markle attends star-studded LA dinner, and guess what? She bought the wine. Problem is, there were no stars to drink it, let's just be honest there. And the only moments that have gone viral, actually, are firstly when Emma Grede nearly hits Meghan in the face. She's not impressed.
There are those of you that are raising a lot of money, are trying to raise a lot.
And then you've got to look at Meghan's face when Emma Grede interrupts her in the middle of in the middle of her trying to talk. But there is a serious side to this. Nancy Sidley not happy at all about the fact that Emma Grede has become an ambassador for the King's Foundation, now hanging out with the enemy, writing, okay, King's Foundation must immediately strip Emma Grede from being an ambassador. This is outrageous. Emma cannot be trusted to do the work on behalf of the King for the good of the people of the UK and the Commonwealth. So, according to Taz, royal YouTube sensation with me now.
We will talk about that particular news in a second, but I do want to actually get your attention to another matter, which is equally very, very important, and that is that these two couple, this couple, they are not intimate. Basically means they are not sharing bed, they are not sharing room, and we do not know what else they are not sharing. But it is looking absolutely miserable and pathetic for both of them, both for Meghan and Harry. And the news that I want to share with you, it is actually coming from Dan Wotton. Let's see what he is talking about, and then I will add my comments.
There's a quite serious point there about Emma Grede, right? I don't even know why the King's Foundation signed her in the first place. Like, as far as I'm concerned, she's a no-mark liability associated with the Kardashians. There's much bigger celebrities that want to be involved with the British royal family, from Taylor Swift to Lady Gaga. So I'd say sack her. Obviously I would. But I'm more shocked by just the desperation at the moment of Meghan. It's like completely exhausting. And by the way, completely putting paid to any suggestion that she spends any real quality time with her children. I mean, we knew that she didn't. These are children that are effectively raised by the staff, but she's really proving the point, isn't she?
Okay, so I actually made a commentary on this one in my previous video about Meghan Markle seen all by herself, and the kids were missing as usual. And this is quite telling. This is quite telling because normally you do not see Meghan Markle except that she will mention something about the children, right? Wherever she goes, oh, they're doing this, doing that. But unlike in the past, this time she is not talking about them whatsoever. Now, what is even more shocking is the fact that not only that she is away from the children, which is also shocking, the surrogate invisible children, but also the fact that she is not in any kind of relationship with Harry at this moment. So I want to actually listen a little bit more from Natasha from According to Taz, what she has to say.
It is very bizarre for a woman who has restyled herself as a mummy influencer for a start, but also to leave children at that age. If they were teenagers or even tweens, you could understand it a bit more, but this is such a crucial age in development. And she's not bothered at all about rushing back to them. You know, she leaves them weeks at a time, and she has done so since they were, since they were toddlers, since they were babies. And I do find it odd With Nancy Sidley, yeah, she is not impressed at all with that. And I can understand it, but I think it makes almost Meghan look more of a hypocrite, because she's got a friend here that she's obviously using to raise her profile in America. And I agree with you. Emma's profile is more in America now. Yes, she came from London, but that's where her profile, her business, that's where people know her from Shark Tank and Skims with the Kardashians. So she's very much a US choice, and maybe that's why the king thought she'd be someone else that could represent the King's Trust more American side. But with Meghan being friends with her, if Meghan was treated so diabolically by the royal family, Meghan was treated with racism, they didn't care if she was suicidal, and then she's still choosing to be friends with Emma, because surely she'd be like, well, if you're a friend of mine, how dare you team up with the king? How dare you team up with the royal family after everything they put me through? But of course, Meghan has decided that she's no longer wielding that storyline all of the time, because she's trying to reinvent herself, and Harry's trying to make...
Well, the reason Meghan Markle is okay with Emma Grede joining the British monarchy and supporting them and helping them in every step of the way is because Meghan doesn't really have any other choice. It shows how much her power influence is being diminished. I mean, she never had any power other than when she was with the monarchy. But these days, nobody cares about Meghan Markle. So she is becoming somebody who is anybody's piece of cake. It is really not a big deal to be seen with her. It is not a big deal what she thinks, what Meghan thinks. It is not a big deal what Meghan is sponsoring, what kind of brand she is wearing, because she is going with anybody as long as she is being seen in the public and get some PR stuff done. That's really who she had become.
Whatsoever. Like, listen to the other guests. Rachel Zoe, former Netflix CMO Bazoma St. John, Russian tennis pro Maria Sharapova. Okay, I guess she was a household name many moons ago. Author and former US ambassador to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, Nicole Avant. Fleur creative director and influencer Chris
So I don't think we need to hear who was in that party, who was not, because none of them were famous, influential, but all of them are successful. The only person in that gathering who was not successful, who is still struggling big time, is Meghan Markle.
Links where it's the same connections of people, but it's almost like the cast-offs. I don't mean that to like Rachel Zoe, she's quite prominent in that, but it's almost like a Temu version of what Gwyneth Paltrow would do. And
again, they are not that important. They are not that important. Yes, they are successful in what they're doing, but not that important.
Radar Online report about the treatment that Prince Harry is receiving for his balding crown. But the fact that Matthew Acton, who is the reporter behind this, and he is a very well-regarded, long-time British tabloid reporter who used to work for News of the World, actually being prepared to go there about the lack of intimacy between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So let me take you through this. Matthew Acton writes, Prince Harry's battle against baldness has taken a very intimate turn, with friends claiming the Duke of Sussex's use of hair loss medication has left him indifferent to the risks of impotence because his marriage to Meghan Markle has been virtually sexless for years. As RadarOnline.com exclusively revealed, the 41-year-old royal is said to be relying on a cocktail of finasteride and minoxidil to slow his hair loss, even as those close to him say the side effects are a price he's not worried about paying. In recent years, he is said to have turned to pharmaceutical treatments to hold on to what remains. Both finasteride and minoxidil are commonly prescribed to combat male pattern baldness, but carry risks of headaches, mood changes, and sexual dysfunction.
If you take a look at if you take a look at the recent interactions of Harry with other people, you'll easily notice that something is wrong with him. Something is wrong. When he was at the gala for the New York Women's or the Most Powerful Woman event, he was acting very, very strange. And he does that all the time, because maybe it is most likely because of the medication that he's taking that is also depriving him or taking his sexual desires away from him. So yeah, this guy needs some serious help. He's not intimate with Meghan Markle whatsoever.